Welcome to the Veroscope channel, and tonight we're going to be looking at Trooper Michael Proctor, for those who have been waiting for this one, in the Karen Reid trial. If you're new to the Karen Reid trial, Karen Reid was tried twice for the murder of her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, who was a Boston cop who was found dead on the lawn of another Boston cop. And this is the guy who is responsible for the investigation. And of course, it's all complicated with childhood friendships, small town politics, and the judge who we're going to be looking at. Oh, by the way, a big thank you to the trial channel today for allowing us to use the court video. But we're going to be looking a little bit at also Judge Beverly Cannone, and we're going to be looking at her own linguistics and the way that she says, "I'll allow it," and other linguistic patterns which arguably show bias. As an example, the repeated phrase, "I'll allow it," rather than simply overruled, it creates a very subtle linguistic messaging to the jury. When Judge Cannone says, "I'll allow it," she frames the defense's legitimate questions as judicial generosity. "I'll allow it," rather than proper cross-examination. And this phrasing, drip, drip, drip to the jury, along with other techniques that she uses, which we're going to be examining on the Veroscope channel. And if you're new to the Veroscope channel, we analyze different trials and different crimes and cold cases using forensic linguistics and statement analysis skills, and we try to find where the deceptions are, and we pinpoint those deceptions. And also for yourself, if you're new to deception detection, it's a fantastic way in your own life to find out where people are lying to you. So if you're new to the channel, do subscribe. As I was saying with Judge Cannone, this makes defense victories, when she uses this type of language, and look out for it and put in the comments where you see it, makes defense victories appear to be judicial gifts rather than rightful inquiry. She often uses the phrase, "I'll give you this one, Mr. Jackson." Again, it's almost like it's a gift, and it diminishes Mr. Jackson's legitimacy of the question. So it's, "I'll allow you this one, I'll give you this one." Or she might interfere and actually directly ask the witness where it's safe to. She's quite clever, Judge Cannone, where she does this technique, but she alleviates some of the pressure from the witness by saying, "Can you answer that?" And perhaps where the person can, with a simple yes or a simple no, and then she'll immediately tell Jackson, "Move on," or "That's the end of that line of questioning," or phrases to such effect, in effect taking some of the pressure off the witness. And she does this at strategic points where the witness is being put under stress by Jackson on purpose to get the truth out of them. And in my opinion, the judge interferes. So where you see that as well, do put in the comments where you're witnessing that occur. So her overall linguistic patterns, it warrants attention. And as we go through each witness in the Karen Reid trial, trial 1 and trial 2, as we analyze their witness statements on the stand, we're going to be paying attention to Judge Beverly Cannone, and we're going to be looking at her language and determining whether or not you, as the jury in the world, believe that she has shown bias. And we're going to be looking at her linguistics to see whether or not you feel that. So let's carry on now with some of the actual trial itself. And we'll go back.
Trooper Proctor, in the summer of 2022, August 17th specifically, you were sitting at your desk, presumably alone at your office, at about 10 p.m. at night, going through my client's personal cell phone, correct?
Yes, sir.
As a matter of fact, you were sitting there texting with your friends and colleagues at Massachusetts State Police about you going through her personal cell phone. Is that right?
Correct, sir.
And that included Trooper DeChico, is that right?
DeChico, yes, sir.
Trooper Fanning, Trooper Bukhenik, Trooper Moore, and Trooper Kutzkowski.
Kakowski.
Tell me that again?
Kakowski.
Kukowski.
Yes, sir.
All right, all the consonants are silent. Fair enough. Trooper Fanning and Trooper Bukhenik are your supervisors.
Yes.
And you were bragging to all 5 of them that you were going through Karen Reed's cell phone about 9:45 at night.
Objection.
I'll allow it.
Is that right?
No, I wasn't bragging, sir.
How did you refer to Miss Reed in that text exchange where you informed them that you were going through her phone?
I used regrettable language. I said going through his retarded client's phone right now.
You were shown a photograph of my colleague, Mr. Unetti, correct?
Yes.
May I approach?
Yes.
It's the same document I need a copy. Oh, Your Honor, I think the court has the copy that I was going to use.
Oh, I thought I gave him back to you.
You'd received a photograph. Actually, Your Honor, if I could, I would ask that this document be marked as next in order. Assuming the witness verifies its authenticity.
So go ahead.
Do you recognize this document?
I do, sir.
Same document that you were shown, copy of the same document that you were shown by Mr. Unetti, correct?
Still Lally.
I've done that twice. Mr. Lally.
Correct.
All right. Is that a true and accurate reflection of the text messages that you were exchanging with Chris Moore, Jeff Kukowski, John Fanning, Vito DeChico, and Yuri Bukhenik?
Yes.
I'd ask that this be marked.
Okay, any objection?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll see you outside down there. Have that, please.
Yes, ma'am.
You?
Off to the
May I inquire, Your
sidebar.
Honor?
Yes.
Trooper Proctor, Trooper DeChico had sent you a photograph of my colleague, Mr. Unetti, correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, because of the technical issue, I'm not going to display on the television. May I display this hard copy briefly?
Sure.
Thank you. You see that, gentlemen?
I do, sir.
Is that the photograph that you received?
Yes.
Is that what you referred to on direct examination with Mr. Lally about receiving a photograph from Mr. Unetti?
Correct.
And then your response was what?
I hate that man. I truly hate that man.
Actually, your response was, I'm going through his retarded client's phone right now, correct?
Yes, after the picture, sir, yes.
Who's the retarded client?
I was referring to Miss Reed, again, unprofessional language.
I'm asking who you were referring to.
Miss
I know
Reed.
you've got an explanation. Who was it that you were referring to as retarded?
Miss Reed.
Karen Reed, the woman sitting to my left.
Yes, sir.
The subject of your investigation as a professional, correct?
Yes, sir.
As an unbiased, objective investigator, the person that you were investigating, you referred to your bosses as retarded, correct?
Again, poor language.
Okay, but here's the interesting thing. When we look at exactly what Trooper Proctor has done, look at the timing. 6.5 months post-incident, he's looking through Karen Reed's phones, being hostile to her attorney, and looking for nude photographs, and texting and sharing this sort of language with his bosses in the investigation. This is a biased investigation by any measure. We aren't talking 1 or 2 or 3 days post-incident, cops, gallows humor, perhaps. We're talking 6.5 months later, in the cold light of day. And so this adds a new element to what Proctor has been doing with his bragging, his regrettable language, and the way that he's treated this witness, Karen Reed. Let's carry on with the footage.
My part.
Poor language is one way to put it. Completely offensive is another way to put it, right?
Objection.
I've got to sustain that, Mr. Jackson.
Notice what the judge does all the time.
After you referred to my client as retarded, then you decided to make a comment about Mr. Yannetti.
This is Karen Reed's father there,
Correct.
by the way.
And what did you say about
If
Mr.
you're new to
Yannetti
the
again?
I hate that man. I truly hate that man.
I hate that man. I truly
And
hate
this
him.
is Mr.
Correct?
Yannetti.
Correct.
You didn't say I dislike him, I disagree with him. You said I hate him, correct?
Correct, sir.
That's a visceral response to someone who's just doing a job, correct?
Objection.
Sustained. You can ask it differently.
Sure.
Look at the
Let me
judge
ask it this
again.
way. Were you upset or annoyed or pissed off that Karen Reed had gotten representation, legal representation, to represent her?
No, not at all. That's her right.
Well, let me ask you this. In August of 2022, you said you absolutely hate it, correct?
I don't know if I used absolutely. Yeah, I didn't use absolutely, sir.
You used truly, correct?
Truly, yes.
How do you feel about him now? He's sitting right there.
I still don't care for him, no.
I'll let it stand.
What did you tell your colleagues?
So the judge, she's constantly drip, drip, drip. You can have this one. I'll let it stand. Rephrase it. Ask it differently. To the witness, can you answer that question? Or, very commonly, when they're put under immense pressure and they're about to buckle, oh, and she'll call time. She'll end it. Or she'll call a sidebar. Or she'll say, that's it for today. She'll use all sorts of techniques to ever so slightly swing the game, like a referee who's bent.
You're looking for as you sat at almost 10 p.m. at night on a Wednesday night, August 17th, 2022, looking through Karen Reed's phone?
I didn't tell them I was looking through anything. They knew I was going through Miss Reed's phone. I provided a inappropriate joke as an update. They knew I was going through location data, text messages, Google searches. But like I had mentioned earlier, I had to stop.
Except Trooper Proctor, none of that really professional sounding stuff ended up in your comments to your bosses, did it?
Again, it was a poor joke.
Is that yes or no?
You did not know.
It did not.
No,
As a
sir.
matter of fact, what did you write after you talked about going through the, quote, retarded client's phone?
Objection.
I'll allow it.
No nudes so far.
No nudes so far, correct?
Correct.
And you said that to your bosses.
Yes, sir.
You were looking for naked photographs of Miss Reed on a Wednesday night as you sat in your office at 9:44 p.m., correct?
No, not correct.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked for naked photos of a male suspect that you were investigating?
I don't look for naked photos in anyone's phones.
But you said you were looking for nudes of Miss Reed,
Like I had
correct?
said, Mr. Jackson, it was an inappropriate joke.
Sir, this is a citizen. She's a woman. You were supposed to be objectively investigating. Does your text message to your colleagues at Massachusetts State Police reflect an objective investigation of a citizen?
Objection.
You can get part of that question and ask it again.
Do you believe that your text messages were reflective of an objective investigator?
Objection.
I'll allow that. Do you believe that, Trooper Proctor?
I believe poor jokes have, in unprofessional language, have no bearing on the integrity and the facts and physical evidence of this case.
Okay, that is coached, that is prepared. I wonder if the judge also knows about this coached, prepared answer, because she directly interferes and asks him the question. Obviously, she's not bent herself like the referee example that I gave, but she's certainly showing bias, wouldn't you agree?
Not that they don't have any bearing on the facts and integrity, it's that they have no place in a professional investigation because it shows bias, right?
Objection.
So I have to sustain that as asked. Go ahead and ask it differently, Mr. Jackson.
You weren't so much as objectively investigating Karen Reed as objectifying her, correct?
Objection.
I'll allow that.
Isn't that right?
Rephrase the question, please.
You weren't so much.
Okay, so this is what the judge says. Rephrase the question, Mr. Jackson. So now we've got the witness joining in. It's almost as if the witness and the judge are one.
As objectively investigating her as objectifying her in those moments, correct?
Again, Mr. Jackson, it was a poor choice of words and a joke that I should not have texted out, but from the start of the investigation, we didn't know what we had.
And your, Trooper Proctor, your point in saying no nudes so far to your colleagues in Massachusetts State Police was to suggest that you were looking for nudes and you'd update them when you found them, correct?
Incorrect.
Well, let me ask you a question. Did you find any nudes of
Again,
Karen Reed?
I didn't go through the photos, sir.
Did you find any nudes of Karen Reed?
I didn't go through the photos, sir.
You weren't successful in your quest.
So notice also that there's no reliable denial. At no point does he specifically deny the question. He hedges and avoids and rephrases a different answer to the question. Listen.
I came across text messages from Miss Reed to another attorney on January 29th, so I had to stop looking through her phone.
So you got sidetracked before you could get to the naked pictures of Miss Reed. Is that what you're saying?
Sustained.
To be clear, when you sent those text messages on that group chat, those text messages included, as we said, or as you said, not one but two of your supervisors, correct?
Correct.
Were you ever reprimanded for your conduct in sending that text message?
Objection.
So that's sustained. Do we need to go to sidebar based on what you told me earlier?
We do not.
Okay, so...
I'll ask it a different way.
Okay.
Did either Trooper Fanning or Trooper Bukhenik dress you down in a responsive text message in that text thread for doing something so abhorrent as looking for nudes or referring to nudes of a female suspect or subject of your investigation? Did that ever happen?
Not that I can recall.
As a matter of fact, in reference to one of the text messages in this same string, your boss, Yuri Bukhenik, actually responded.
So notice the subtle deception there. Did your bosses essentially reprimand you for searching for nude photographs of Miss Reed? And he says, not that I can recall, as if they might have done, but he just can't recall it. Whereas in fact, as far as I'm aware, they did not reprimand him, and in fact liked it, joined in the joke, inverted commas, in effect. And so we have up the chain of command this sort of behavior in a murder trial of a Boston police officer. This individual didn't even go into the house where the murder occurred. This individual knows the people inside 34 Fairview and decided very early into the investigation that he wasn't going to do a proper investigation. He was going to, as Jackson says, pin it on the girl. And not only that, act extremely unprofessionally all the way through. Now, it might be the case that this crime is never solved as a result, and that actually John O'Keefe, the Boston police officer who was murdered, potentially the crime goes unsolved because of this man, or partly because of this man. Or it might be the case that due to circumstances beyond his control, that he talks to the FBI at some point and tells the truth as to exactly what happened in this investigation that he was in charge of. Let's carry on.
To the photo of Mr. Yannetti, didn't he?
Objection.
I'll allow it.
He did, sir.
After you received the photo, that's when you said, I'm, quote, funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. Is that right?
Objection.
I'll allow this, but not too many more.
Sure. Is that
I'll allow this, but not too many more. It's constant. Drip, drip, drip. This is communication on a consistent drip, drip, drip basis by the judge to the jury. The jury are hearing her constant language where she shows whose side she's on. Blatantly, in my opinion. Not even trying to hide it.
correct? It's on the top of page
Yes, sir.
2685.
That's correct.
And Yuri Bukhenik liked that comment. Funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. Didn't it?
I see you laughed at an image here, sir. I can't tell if he liked that comment, sir.
May I approach?
Yes.
I don't know if it's just because it's faded or... Yeah, my copy's faded.
Top 2685. You can use my copy if that helps.
All right. Thank you.
What do you see on the top of that page?
That Sergeant Bukhenik liked it.
Liked what?
The going through his retarded client's phone, sir.
May I approach?
Yes.
I'll take my copy.
There you go.
So his boss liked his text.
So your supervisors at Massachusetts State Police not only didn't ride you for making comments like this, encouraged it.
Objection.
Sustained.
Trooper Proctor, this is your direct chain of command. Is that right? Yuri Bukhenik?
Yes, sir.
Did you believe that your conduct was a misuse of your authority and power as you were going through her phone in August of 2022?
Objection.
I'll allow it.
No, I had a warrant signed by a district clerk, Stoughton district clerk, to go through Miss Reed's phone. I don't think it was an abuse of power. I had every right to go through that phone.
Did the warrant say anything about looking for nudes of my client?
Objection.
Did it
No, Your
say anything about that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, next question.
So that would be an abuse.
Okay, do you see? Okay, so next question. It's subtle. It's so subtle that you could argue that maybe the jury misses this. But I don't think the jury are missing this. I think the jury are hearing. But maybe it backfired on her. Maybe the jury are cleverer than we would give credit for. And in fact, both juries in both trials found Karen Reed innocent of the charge of murder. So they are indeed cleverer than the judge might think.
Of the power that was given to you by the court, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
Trooper Proctor, you'd agree that the hallmark of any good investigation, as you've been taught and others in Massachusetts State Police have been taught, is that the investigation and the investigator have to be fair. They have to be impartial. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Meaning that the investigation has to be free of conflicts, right?
So does the
The
trial.
investigator has to be free of conflicts, right?
Yes.
The investigation has to be free of bias. Is that right?
Correct.
You can't be biased against the person that you're investigating. That would compromise the entire thing, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Basically, you follow the evidence. You're supposed to follow the evidence wherever it takes you, right?
Correct.
Good or bad, top to bottom, just follow the evidence and report it back. That's how an investigation is supposed to be run, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And these are things that you learn early on at Massachusetts State Police Academy and then in your detective training. Isn't that right?
It is.
And literally, it's part of an oath that you took at the academy that you will, quote, faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all of the duties incumbent on you as a Massachusetts State Police trooper, right?
Yes, sir.
You swore that oath.
I did.
When you start an investigation, everybody in that investigation should be treated exactly the same. Don't you believe that's true?
Correct.
Everybody, have you ever heard the phrase, everybody's a suspect until they're not? Right?
Objection.
Sustained.
It's especially important early in an investigation, before all of the facts are known, that the investigator is not compromised by bias, prejudice, right?
Correct.
Most important early in the investigation, because that's when the most things are up in the air. There's the cloud, the fog of not knowing exactly what the truth is, right?
Objection.
Sustained.
In other words, Trooper Proctor, you don't get to pick a suspect and then try to find evidence to support your choice, right?
Correct.
But in this case, it's exactly what you did, isn't it?
Absolutely not.
All right, Mr. Jackson, why don't we end for today? All right, go right ahead.
Okay, so there we are. The witness is under some pressure. Jackson's coming to a crescendo. What does Judge Cannone do? Decides it's time to go back to her room. I think she's got some kind of a problem, but there we are. Let's have a look at the actual analysis itself. So we had, we'll run through reasonably quickly. We've got minimization from Proctor, notice of regression. We've got regrettable language, unprofessional language, poor language, inappropriate joke, poor choice of words. So we have shifting terminology from Proctor. So he's searching for the right way to minimize. We also see evidence of coaching in other parts of his linguistics. Look at the present tense denial. I don't look for naked photos in anyone's phones. Uses the present tense, not the past tense. When he denies, there's no reliable denial. He never at any point specifically lies on the witness stand and states that he didn't look for naked photos on Karen Reed's phone. It's always hedged in some shape or form. No reliable denial at all. He's not denying what he did, only stating what he doesn't do generally. So we note that. Failure to directly deny. When asked if he was looking for nudes, he says, like I said, Mr. Jackson, it was an inappropriate joke. Do you see? There's no specific denial. He never says, no, I was not looking for nude photos. Very often the guilty cannot lie directly. They find it difficult to blatantly barefaced lie. It's unusual. Most of the lying is done through omission rather than commission. So what they don't say rather than what they do say. His scripted response, asked twice about finding nudes, he gives the identical response, I didn't go through the photos, sir. It's unusual, isn't it? The attorney text deflection. I came across text messages from Miss Reed to another attorney on January the 29th, so I had to stop. The shows real-time construction. He's saying he found the attorney-client privilege texts. This reveals he was actively going through the phone looking for photos. He only stopped because of a legal barrier, not the ethical concerns. Oh, by the way, we did Sergeant Good the other day, if you want to have a look at that Veriscope report. And I understand there's been some developments in the Sergeant Good case related to this trial. So his direct boss liked these messages, and I understand that he is now being sued by Karen Reed, along with others. Double negative confusion. Not that I can't recall. It's an interesting pattern, isn't it? Not that I can't recall. The double negative when asked about reprimands. Reprimands, rather. The warrant defense. He invokes the warrant to justify behavior, but admits the warrant didn't authorize looking for nudes. So it's classic deflection to authority when caught in wrongdoing. We have broken sentences under stress. We call this cognitive load. But from the start of the investigation, we don't know what we have. This is this sort of broken linguistics. Complete breakdown of sentence structure. So potentially, had the case, had it gone wrong for Karen Reed, potentially there could have been Brady violation implications and case dismissal implications, etc. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's Veroscope analysis. We'll continue to look at the judge's linguistics as we go through each witness, and I look forward to speaking with you in the comments. By the way, there is a membership of the Veroscope channel. If you want to have a look at the different options for that, within the higher tier of membership, we're running through the forensic linguistic intelligence system, and we're learning more about deception detection. So if that's of interest, do check out the membership. Otherwise, I'll see you in the comments and look forward to discussing, in particular, the judge's language in this case. Okay, speak to you in the comments.